Hello there, welcome to this channel. Please like my videos and subscribe to this channel. It really helps. In my last tutorial we make this style and I promise to upload this same style but the bust area all covered. So in today's video we are going to be focusing on the front upper part of this style. If you still don't understand, you can go back to watch my last tutorial on this style. And please don't forget to like and subscribe. God bless you. Enjoy. So I start my pattern by coming down 1/2 inch. That will serve as my guideline and what I will use as seam to turn the upper part with lining later on. Then I make that into a straight line. Next, this is the time to determine how low or full covered you want the bust area to come out. So if you want it to be very low, then this is where to determine that. So I want mine to be 4.25 off the shoulder because this person is very busty and it will serve very well. Then I come down 11 inches for my bust point, 15.25 for my under bust, and 18 inches for half length and 1/2 inch to join it to the down part. Then I make that into a straight line. Then the next thing I did, I measure for my dart. That's my nipple to nipple divided by 2 plus 1/2 inch. Then I mark that straight to the guideline. Then I came in 1 inch, go out 2 inches. I mark that on the waist and under bust. Then I use my straight ruler to connect it. Then on my bust point, I came down 1/2 inch. Then you can see the way I'm using my curving part of my ruler to connect that point. So you just have to work with the way you want it here. Then make sure you smooth all the sharp parts. Then on the guideline, I came in 1 inch, the same measurement I used for the dart and the down part. Then I step out 1.5, that is a minus 1/2 inch from the one I used at the down part. Then I connect the lines with my curve ruler. Then the next thing I did, I determined how wide I want it at my chest. That is, I want it as 10.5 divided by 2, it will be 5.25. So that's what I'm going to mark there, 5.25. Then I also consider the dart that I'm going to cut off, right? Then I add 1 inch to it. So that is all I did at the chest part. Then I'm going to determine the armhole depth to serve as the chest line, and I have it as 9 inches. Then I go up 2 inches. Then I make that into a straight line. Then on that chest line, I mark my bust circumference divided by 4. Then I also consider the dart that is passing through there. Then I mark that as well. Then I mark 1 inch by the time I cut it off, what I will use to join it. Then 2 inches for my side seam. Then on my waist point, I mark my waist circumference divided by 4 plus the dart intake of 3 inches plus 1 inch to join it back plus 2 inches for side seam. Then I connect the lines with my straight ruler. Then the next thing to do is to connect my guideline to meet my chest point. Then at the side, I went up 1.5 inches, then connect it to my dart leg. You can see the way I'm connecting it with my straight ruler. So this is all for the pattern. I'm going to cut this on my fabric. So I've ironed my stay on both the lining on the fabric as well. So I'm just going to place them together, then place my pattern on it, then start to cut it out. Just watch the way I'm cutting it. Remember, this pattern is just for the front only. Now this is it now. So I'm going to remove this pattern and notch all the necessary areas. Then I'm going to place them in the way that I'm going to sew it. So you see that the center part, I cut it on fold, right? So I'm going to go back to my sewing machine, then sew that with 1/2 inch. This is the lining. I'm going to do the same thing to the lining as well. Then before then, I will cut my wording. Pay attention to how I'm cutting the shape of the wording. From my underbust, I came down 1/2 inch. Then at the upper part, I came down 1 inch. Then at the side, I came in, I minus the seam allowance, then I came in 1/2 inch. Then I connect the line. Then I smooth it if there is any sharp point. Then the one I'm going to cut on fold, I also do the same thing. Then you can see the way I'm connecting the lines. So I'm going to cut the wording according to the shape that I've created on the pattern. You can see the way I'm folding the part that is going to be cut on fold, right? Then I cut it out. I also trace the shape too that I've created on the pattern, then cut exactly the shape out. So this is one way you can easily pad your bustier with wording, right, to come out perfectly. Then I'm going to see the way I place it, and I'm going to go back to my sewing machine, then sew this. This is it now. I've already sewn it. Then I've also ironed it as well. You can see the way the shape comes out, right? So this is exactly how the bust is going to sit, how it's going to relax on the bust area. Then this is the lining. I'm going to use the lining to turn it out. So this is the end of this video, guys. Then if you don't understand how to join all the other parts, you might want to watch my other video before now. I'm going to drop the link as I've said before. And remember, we've created the back pattern in my last video, so please do well to watch my last video before now to understand how to join all other parts of this dress. Thank you so much for watching to this point. And this is how the dress looks on her, the bust area all covered. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. See you in my next one. Bye. Bye.